Hello, today's topic is opposite letters coding. We already know that the opposite letter of A is Z, the opposite letter of B is Y, the opposite letter of C is X, the opposite letter of D is W, the opposite letter of E is V, and the opposite letter of F is U, and the opposite letter of G is T, the opposite letter of H is S, for I it is R, for J it is Q, for K it is P, for L it is M, and for M it is N. Okay, as we can see that if we give numbers to each of these alphabets, the number corresponding to the upper one and the number corresponding to the lower one is summed up to 27. Okay, for example, the number corresponding to A is 1 and the number corresponding to Z is 26. Therefore, the sum is equals to 27. So this is the rule of opposite letters. Now under this pattern, each letter of a word is coded with its opposite letter. Now take one example to understand this more accurately. Okay. Suppose in a certain code language the word notion is written as MLG RLM. Okay, as we can see that the opposite letter of N is M, the opposite letter of O is L, the opposite letter of T is G, the opposite letter of I is R, the opposite letter of O is again L, and the opposite letter of M is N. Okay, you can see here also, that is the opposite letter of N is M, the opposite letter of O is L, the opposite letter of T is G, the opposite letter of I, the opposite letter of I is R, the opposite letter of O is again L, and M is N. Now we need to find how will vector be written in this code language. The word vector, how can we write the word vector in this code language? So we just need to find the opposite letters of this word vector. So the opposite letter of V is E. As we can see that the opposite letter of V, the opposite letter of the word V is E. So we write E here, and obviously it is very much obvious that the opposite letter of E must be V. The opposite letter of C is X. The opposite letter of T is G. The opposite letter of O is L, and the opposite letter of R is I. So this is our required answer. That is EVXGLI. Okay. Or we also can find in this way, if we give number to each of these alphabets, that is, suppose for N we give number 14, 15, 20, 9, 15 and 14. As I told you before that the letter and its opposite letter, the positions sum up to 27. Therefore, we need to find the number of its opposite letter by subtracting 14 from 27. That is, we get 13 here, and we get 12, here we get 7, here we get 18, here we get 12, and now here we get 13. Similarly, if we give numbers to the word vector, we get 22. Let me take another color here. Okay, we get 22, then 5, then 3, then 20, then 15, and lastly 18. Therefore, we just need to find the letters corresponding to the number 5, 22, 24, 7, 12, 9. As we can see that if we add 5 to 22 we get 27, and if we add 3 to 24 we get 27, and so on. So it is very much obvious that it is EVXGLI. So this is our required answer. Okay, so that's all for today. Thank you very much.